start this recording here. And I can cut out anything or anytime. But it doesn't see me or it doesn't see you. It only hears us. I'm gonna have to get you a better mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I play it back, it sounds like. And I gotta put like little subtitles on it. Yeah, let's continue this adventure. I got effects. Hold on. Yeah. Let me take my phone out of my pocket and put it on my little thing in front of me. Yes. Kia. Not checking that. Alright. Let's start where we left off, shall we? So, in fact, you didn't actually witness the precise moment when the incident occurred. Indeed, myself, I did not. No. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Listen, Ryunosuke. We know there are lies lurking in these statements. It's time to expose them. I understand that. The question is how. Like I said before, the key to this is using evidence that you've collected. You can examine and present evidence while a witness is giving a testimony by pressing the R button. Go through each witness statement.
How was that?
I don't know. Them and that R button. They really like driving that home. Go through each witness statement and the details about each piece of evidence and compare all the facts. Chin. My chin itches, so I'm gonna scratch it by moving it up and down without moving my finger. Somewhere in there you'll find something that doesn't add up. In other words, an inconsistency. What were you gonna say?
Nothing should.
An inconsistency. When you find a statement and a piece of evidence that seem to contradict each other, stab 'em with it. Present your evidence with X and rip the witness apart. Oh gosh. He's not far off of where I'm going. He's got a sword. Just be careful, because if you assert a contradiction that has no basis, you'll be given a penalty. If you're dealt too many penalties.
What?
The defense's case will fall apart and you'll receive a guilty verdict. So that's it. Peruse the evidence in the courtroom and find an inconsistency within a witness statement. Alright, I'll give it a try. You can hear the witness's statement over and over again as many times as you like. Let's do it. And then cut him down. So keep your head. And be measured in your attack. Good luck, partner. Reminds me of what's his name? Simon. Remember Samurai nigga?
Yeah, I remember.
I miss him. Boom. What did we find out?
I mean, you can go through them.
Let's find this evidence. Oh, he said that I shot him in the back.
Oh, that's right.
And the...
That was before.
Do we have the autopsy? Yeah. In the chest. Right? I pressed it here?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. And from the back. Ooh, it's right there. I was close.
Get that picture, right?
Yeah, I guess the picture. The picture or the,
Well, does this say actually where it's shot from the front? Does the autopsy say from the front?
Yeah, it says,
Okay, use that then.
from his chest, yeah. Ooh, and they got the music stop. I love it. They got the same formula. Thank goodness. Yes. Awkward silence. I've raised my hand. An objection, if you will. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting this wad of papers in my mustache? Wow. Inconsistency, sir. That's a... I mean, yes! Oh, come on, let's do that louder. There's an inconsistency here.
He slapped.
I know, his little tiny slaps are so cute. Tisk, what nonsense. What can this document possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. No, don't be like this. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in the grand courtroom. This is so frustrating. Then I'll say it. Oh, please. Surely, this doesn't require an explanation. It shouldn't be more plain. To spill it out would be an insult to the court. Oh, Cosmo, what? Right? He just called everyone stupid. What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the post-mortem report.
Yes.
Autopsy presented by the defense. This is gonna be different. That there's a clear discrepancy here in the sergeant's statement. Ooh, what? Sergeant Ayesanosa? Yes, sir. What, sir? That statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back of the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir, affirmative! Sir, I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. Huh? Huh? But they're not great enough. You private, but no. Boom. I'm about to drop it on him. But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because. Yes. Because. As is clearly stated in the postmortem report, fatal murmur from the pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. Man, I can't read. The photographic print of the victim clearly shows the same thing. Okay, either one of those would have been fine. Can you see everything? All right.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you see?
It was paused. It like froze a little bit.
Oh, is it back?
Yeah.
Okay. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, whoa. What? Hey! Hey. Are we gonna act like we didn't just see that? What the? Oh, he's got a baby wrap around him. I was like, is that part of the uniform? This whole time I was wondering, what was that? Something just popped out from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Osa? Yeah, that's a baby carriage. He's holding the baby. Aw,
Big softy.
Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Squarehead. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were cute. Family fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir. What? The last testimony the court heard was proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Aisanoso, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. What?
Oh.
Ain't shit, nigga. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. Boom. Hold on. Yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm too loud.
You are?
Yeah,
Everyone sleep?
I guess so. Huh.
Ooh.
I didn't even think about it. I've never been loud. I didn't think people could hear me. Huh. Interesting. Good to know. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand
Is everyone
court.
asleep? Not even 9:30.
I guess. Sleep-ish. Yeah, there's a baby back there. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. Ooh. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. Yes. Yeah. Yes, but I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either. Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Oh yes, you were looking for your Koban coin, weren't you? Indeed, the prized Hurry Era Koban hunting around under
Shivering.
the table. I was in the case. Huh? What's up?
Just shivering.
I know, it's just like, I was in mayhap. I was in case.
He looks like an earlobe.
Yeah, the whole part of him. Ew. Even his head. Ew, the top of his head looks like an earlobe. Weird.
I know.
Like, it's just everything is cartilage. That's why he's shaking like that. Like he breathes and it's just like...
Exactly, you have no bone.
Gross. Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. Bang. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did. But I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. I see. That lamentable day, the precious Toei Koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution.
That's a slow battery.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh no, hold on, let me get that. Let me change real quick. Go to change. My battery. So many chords. Ooh. Change and use a different controller. And I'm back with another controller. This case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Wait, I have to connect the controller. Duh. I thought it would just connect right away once I...
Yep. Yeah.
Say again? Oh, wow. Oh, no. Everything stopped. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. You can see it all?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. This case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to the Great Britain by telegraph this afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Aouchi? Tisk, worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have led a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. What? My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Rionas Gennaro. What?
Why fuck you?
I don't know, he really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Why? Fuck off him. Suck a chode and your descendants. Very well, the court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko Glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Oh, baby.
Why do you have a kid?
Yeah, why is there? Excuse me, but there's something someone peeking out of your shoulder, I think. Affirmative, the newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks. Sir, name Aido. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Aido Tenshun. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and land, my boy. Oh, it's got the same hair. Look at it. It's like a little square top. Oh, high and tight. The tightest. The highest of the tightest.
I'm so happy.
Cute. Oh, that was the little. Okay, that's actually real cute. It's better to know that that's that than it being him, because that would have been weird if that was him.
It's like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's like, that's weird. I was like, you're being every time you sound caught, you like make a wah sound. I don't like it. I'm like, okay, if it's that, that's adorable. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out.
Still.
These testimonies are certainly... Whoa, wait.
What?
He's like, these testimonies are, and he's like, yes. And he's like, wait a minute. That's nonsense. That's ass. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Objection. You call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies.
Bullshit. If you pull something up, we should be able to.
I know, but it's our word against... We have nothing to prove that. It's ass. Ass on a first day. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident, as can plainly be seen, there is only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. I don't understand. Hold on. Nothing weird. No, looks like exactly that.
What?
Looks like exactly what they're saying. Okay. There's nothing weird about it. I don't understand. Nothing obvious. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody...
Wait a minute, go back!
To the picture?
Yes.
What you see.
I don't know, I just wanna... Well, there's no one else there.
Yeah, let's find out. It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time. After all, the witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takatsuchi, ouchie, Takatsuchi, ouchie. That's a funny sounding name.
Uchi.
Takatsuchi, ouchie, will have...
I can't do it.
will have contributed to the amity of the two great empires in an honor. How can this be happening? The judges will
Can't you do it?
Stand tall, Ryanosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. Bum 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 bana. I don't know, Kazuha. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. Play their game. That's all it is. Well, it's just a game.
Just a minute.
Just gotta... It's just whoever plays it better. Let's press everything.
Yes!
Yes. No. It's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so. Consider
I'm a
this
fledgling.
I know, just because I'm a rookie lawyer. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? Oh. How could I? And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it. That's such a stupid... I hope you keep that argument to your fucking grave. Tension. The sound of a firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you?
No, it says nothing.
It doesn't. And
It literally says nothing.
And let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Kurikata-san? I can't think of anything but to press right now. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at the point in time, but I told you already that's only because I've picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you can explain it. I had just finished drinking my coffee, and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, bang. A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which, precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the Koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as well. Huh. That's a very zen way of looking at that. Anyway, the
Doesn't
fact...
help me.
It does not. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Therefore, visualize.
Yes!
You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. Damn it. As you have been at pains to point out timing again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. Oh, I'm feeling the same way, not gonna lie. And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Ugh. If only there'd be more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. Quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know. Of course, the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. There was. It was found in the victim's... Oh, yes, some added evidence.
Yes,
Good.
about time.
Let's go. Well, this was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Consul? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hold a clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. Well, I think you just effed yourself, Pain. I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if it could be useful. Should I ask? Yes.
Yes.
Better not. Ask for it to be submitted.
Yes!
What the hell am I?
If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous, not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. What? What are you playing?
No. Trying to throw out evidence.
Boom. Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. Their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Yo. This game ages well. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Oh, I get to look at that. Click. Oh, I'm about to look at that.
Look at it.
I'm looking at that. Yeah. It won't. It's it. It's it. That's all I get. Fine. Whoops, what'd you say?
What the hell?
What'd he say? He said, what we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Great, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. It's the day after the festival already for you. Weird statement. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Kurakata-san. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman dining all by himself.
Yes!
So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak at the victim's table, a meal for one. No. Damn. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I am perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Why would they all be lying about seeing a woman? Therefore, no one other than the black could have been.
Yes!
Aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, Cadet? I clearly remember. Flash. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might have not noticed? But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion is just not possible.
We're not looking at each other.
Yeah, there's gotta be a reason.
You're not looking at me.
Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruto, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, those whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. Okay, so the waiter did it, and the other two have some fucking silly, stupid reason for why they didn't see the woman, or why they're lying about seeing the woman. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom woman. But I... If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing I can say to that. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got there. Oh? You mean this? Yeah, someone open this bitch. Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
I was trying to.
Hell, exactly.
Ow.
This tutorial island. It wouldn't let me until it happened through the thing. You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. You really gotta teach me, game. I know how to play. Alright. Proceed to conclusion.
Should be an option.
Yeah, it should be. Just skip to tell you. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Press A. You could take a closer look at the piece of glass. Use R. The directional buttons to rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles by using left. Wow, y'all are really... Even the DS wasn't this... No, it was. It really was. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have missed before. Ching, 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 ching. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use R, left, and A to inspect any areas. Yep, alright. It says how to clinic. Oh, wow. What is this? It says how to clinic on this report card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I ever had in my life. And I remember even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forget it. Never in my life! I'll never get sick. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't...
Exactly.
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything.
Go up. Yeah.
Aha, I'll take a look at that. What's...
Bingo!
Yes. Yes. Yes, baby, yes. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day that the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Interesting. Yes, I've heard of this. Anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Ah. Right. He wasn't feeling pain, huh?
Was he?
Yeah, he was on anesthesia. So he wasn't feeling pain for a while, apparently. There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthesia effects have worn off. Boom. Boom. Really? He couldn't have eaten. He can't. Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Medical report.
Wait a minute, what happened? He can't eat anything but water?
Yep, he has a medical report saying that he cannot eat after he's been on anesthesia. The only thing he can drink is water. Which means it seems like 2 people were there. Because someone was eating that steak, and it wasn't him. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Oh, that one tiny little detail.
I bought that cheap in tissue.
Not bad.
Pick up the name. This is not the way.
Alright. Alright, about to present it on this medical report card. Ready?
Yep.
Hey.
Yes.
Woo! Oof. Oof. No music? Alright, well, I think, about what are you entering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? Wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused, Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm English now. Thanks, Cosmo. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, it caught my jammies. In a knot, if you will. You knew exactly what it was you wanted. I like that in a man. Oh. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Okay, thanks for the, advice? Kurakata-san. This is a medical report card belonging to the victim. I see, and, I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Select. No, it's gotta be louder. I gotta work out, bro. Something clearly doesn't add up. Oh, yes. Is that so, dear me? Have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? Snap, you are not to interpret court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. If it was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. That's, Remember, Inosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. Fan. The witness testimony, man. I'm about to snatch that fan right out your fucking hand.
Exactly.
Smack you on your bald spot. Your bald.
Smack you little bitch.
Your bald area. Your bald landscape. Sorry. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil. Whoa. This medical report has nothing to do with this case. Ooh, he just stopped him. And he slammed.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he interrupted and he slammed. Do you really believe that?
Ooh, what? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because her clinic, which has issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic, is that supposed to be something to be? Oh yes, perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted.
What's this now?
And furthermore, about to slap some papers. If I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating.
Just what are you trying to say, cadet?
Everyone's fucking sweating today. He had orders not ate, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia works off. What? No, that can't. Kurakata-san.
What, boy, what?
As you just heard, I am not a boy. I'm a man now. When he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone.
But that can not possibly be the case.
Booyah!
Because the victim, as we now know, had just one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthesia.
No, I'm an old piece of shit.
Ooh, they about to fall over. Expertly done, partner. That's right.
Objection!
What do you got to say, fat furry? Oh, what is this nonsense, you little upstart? You're the upstart. These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. Oh, I'm gonna use that to help another point. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Use your whatever that is on your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely.
Yes!
Killed that.
Yeah!
Yep. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat, which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? Oh, I don't know. The court will now hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it?
Oh,
All right.
Lord.
The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turn. This trial round. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table was me, the victim itself. The two witnesses, an as yet unknown third party. Slam. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. Well, now I have evidence there was, because, one, I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything, yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is there was somebody else there eating it. Oh, we don't have, we can't test, germ or saliva samples or nothing yet. We have strong evidence to support our such assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Cosmo, whoa. Are you insane?
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah, come. You would take on the government? Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have an issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Nice. Perjury, yep. And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit? Murder? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, nigga.
Whoa, we weren't told that. We don't know law. It's pretty new here. We were kind of fucking wild easting it over here.
I mean, we have to see what happened. I wonder why they're lying.
Oof. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what, they are told. You motherfuckers. Are we going against the government? Motherfuck. From the jump. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Yep. Yeah, so you guys suck. What? What did you just say, you son of a bitch? No. I will bust that fucking bottle over your stupid earlobe-looking fat fucking... You were just following orders? Hold on. Now hold on, lad. I was, Say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What is this overseas now? What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements. Is this true, you bar? You pair of cards. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Slip of the tongue? Y'all asked me out the whole time. Order. Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You try to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely.
You!
You? Ooh, absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Ah, crap. My strength. Then who's
What
behind
happened?
this? Like, what happened? I was so strong before, and I have lost it. Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, oh, it was I bet it was the guy who made me. What was it? The teacher guy.
Yeah.
The one who set me up. That's classified. So, you're prepared to be tried as conspirator to this murder, are you? You would. This can't be happening. Ryunosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. Oh, you gotta go. Where'd you go? However. Okay. Back to it. However, I don't believe that she had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. I guess the waiter. Of course, we'll need evidence behind before we can affirm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? Before. We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Ah, yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we have missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. Excuse me, let me look at this real quick. Yes, this is what I wanted this whole time. Because he didn't want us to examine this card. And I couldn't before. Now I can. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it? Do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector, what on earth?
What, he was a cop?
Yup. I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here. The latest business card information. Oh.
You froze. I don't know what happened.
Oh, can you see me? Hello?
Yeah, I can see you now, but you froze. What happened?
Oh, let me, hold on. So, hold on. It was, we found out that he was a cop. He's an investigator. That's all we found out. The butler? Or the waiter? Yeah. Well,
He's a cop?
he's an investigator, yeah.
And he moonlights as a waiter?
Yep. Yep, Chief Investigator Satoru Hosonaga. Primary Criminal Investigation Division. Imperial Police Bureau. Yep. 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 New evidence. It's the plan of the restaurant raises. This plan of the restaurant raises a number of questions, I think. Definitely. It's supposed to show the relative position of everything in the moments following the incident. But there's nothing to show the woman you say you saw there. Exactly. And that's not all. Look here in the upper left, where it says kitchen. Oh yes, what of it? No one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not if they were in a hurry. Yeah? I mean, you don't remember those characters yourself, don't you? Study harder, Ryunosuke. Kitchen. Entrance. Okay, we did all that. Okay. We got stuff. What else can we examine?
Can you look at the photograph again?
The first one?
No, the other one.
Oh, we only have the magnifying glass on that. But we can look at stuff, but not photographs.
Okay.
Single bullet fired at close range, fatal hemorrhage from the pectoral ballistic trauma, no exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. Jenny tuition, male, British, time of death, shortly after 2 p.m. And then, what's your name? Satoru Hosonaga. Yep, that's you. The head waiter. My ass.
Go to that other picture.
Huh? This one? What's up?
I don't know. Trying to figure what that card would mean.
What the card means?
Mm-hmm.
It means that the guy who the waiter is a cop. He told them to lie about it. About the woman.
Oh.
I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you, the penalty will be severe.
But please, wait, Your Excellency, holy crap, I was not.
Well, I had no idea of any of this, I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency, no time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
Okay.
Deep breaths.
Lovely strategy.
Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is Satoru Hosonaga. Present. Silence? Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier?
Objection!
Ooh, whoa, poppycock. My cock is poppy. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimonies? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter cannot possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If not. If that is, the man truly was a waiter. What? If he truly
where?
He fucked up. Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit the Scott with some hard truth. Fat.
Hit this called the hard, veiny truth.
Some thick, fat, wet truth. Hitting him with it. Alright, the business card, yep.
Yes!
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon, you fucked that statement. Or perhaps I should have said the front?
This motherfucker said the back of the back.
Yes, he did. It's the front of the back of the card. That's
I'm gonna
where the
slap this
telling
shit out
guide.
you.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna slap this shit out
This
you.
guy, man, he's something else.
Piece of work, dude. You are a piece of work.
And this is where it starts. I can't believe this is where this man gets it all from. The front, the back of the back of the back. It's the front of the back of the. That's where the telling.
So what do you say?
Like, I wish I was better at a Hank Hill voice, because he's just like, God, what the fuck are y'all talking? Can y'all learn some goddamn English?
This man talks.
I thought
It's not you.
I thought we were trying to learn to be in America. Okay, English. Could somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of this business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession, but that's surely... Good gracious, wow, what the fuck? That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
What? The waiter is a police officer? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses, they're in the stand. You two was in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well, Inspector Hosonaga. Oh dear.
Oh shit.
But man, they're able to show. That's cool. They're able to show like multiple people at once. That like really adds to it instead of like flipping over to like one on the stand.
He about to challenge you to a game.
Yep. Whoa, welcome to the realm, buddy. I was worried something like this may.
You're motherfucker, you found the bottle pad. Damn.
We got you, homie. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court as evidence. Yeah, he looked not okay about that. Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusual, careless mistake.
So, you mean to say you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working at a restaurant waiter? Unless, of course, your salary... I was working undercover. Undercover? Like an investigator? Yes. There have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant, huh? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Not very well, you terrible, you
Yeah,
terrible,
very,
terrible
very well.
Inspector Hosendaga, but you will elaborate on one point of the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Well, correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. As I suspected. Oh shit. We got him. We got them. Bang. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair. Beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady whom I guessed to be an English woman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant.
Shot him.
Saying he shot him, there could have been a woman.
She shot him.
Yeah, he shot him. And reported...
She shot him.
Oh, she shot him. Oof.
Why is he bleeding out of his fucking lungs?
Oh, she shot him. Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
Why is he bleeding out of his lungs?
That's a
Why
good
didn't he go to a hospital?
That is a good question.
Because she shot him.
Oh, fuck.
He was already dead when the gun went off. I don't know if it's from the bullet wound, but he was already dead when that gun went off. Somebody shot him.
He probably killed him and then she probably shot him.
Yes.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say pin it on me? Remove the English woman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. Oh, that's all they're trying to say is that they just removed her. God, y'all are making it... Can we bring the top in here? Okay, because it's like, who's ordering y'all to do stuff? But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. That doesn't make sense. You can't just say that. You can't decide that the Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without infuriable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. Y'all took away that evidence. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. So now what? One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Cosmo? Yame University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical facility research laboratory, is a young English woman. What? You're a shrewd man. What, because I remembered a white girl? I can see why
Exactly.
you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. And the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university's professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett? Giselle? Giselle Brett.
Giselle, yep.
She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yumei University's medical facility.
What is happening here?
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with the situation. Crap.
Jury.
Very well, my thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particular critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to the Great Britain. Our government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom.
Period.
Tell him, Judge. Ugh. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
Well, as I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So it won't be a problem. Fuck, you're dying, bro. Nothing will get in my way. Oh snap! He reminds me of the dude from Hunter x Hunter. Teleport guy.
About to die.
Yeah.
I think about to die.
Yeah. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency. Yes, Your Excellency. I'll be right on it.
Imagine he sounds like a villain now, just like
Curses.
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Oof. Woo. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. Save my
That's a good part.
Huh?
That's a good place to end it.
Yes, it is. Ooh. That was fun.
It was. We got far.
That we did on one chapter. Part 2. Here we go. Yeah, we'll play next time. Stop recording here. Yay, thanks for joining, guys. We'll do the next episode
Thank you,
soon.
too.